It is midnight on August 1st, so the NEWTs Readathon has officially begun, and I'm excited. Huzzah! And my nails are all green and shiny. Can you even? There we are. They're all green and shiny and like clean and nice looking now. We've reached the middle point of my nails where the edges have all been cleaned up, but they haven't chipped yet. It usually lasts like 2 days before they look gross again. But because it is midnight, I'm going to start reading Prisoner of Night and Fog by Anne Blankman. There we go. Sort of. Yeah. This is historical fiction about Nazi Germany. It's about Hitler's niece, but not his real niece. This is about a completely fictional, there we go, a completely fictional person who was just like created for the sake of the story. Which is vaguely disappointing, but like, I'm okay with that. I also do want to really read a book about his real niece though, because like, that's a fascinating story. That's dark and twisted. But yes, this is what I'm reading. This is actually YA. I really thought this was adult fiction for a long time. I don't know why. This looks like a YA cover and it refers to her as a girl. In my head, she was like in her late 20s. But yes, this is YA. She's like 17 and it's kind of disappointing, but not because I don't like YA, because I do really like YA and like, I'm sure it's gonna be fine anyway. It's just like, I had it in my head that this was gonna be an adult historical fiction novel, and I really haven't read much adult historical fiction. But it's whatever. We're still gonna read this. It's still gonna be just as good. It doesn't change anything about the story, except that she's a little bit younger than I expected. But we're going with it. And I do have one slight problem, which is this book. This is how far I'm into this book. About like 50 pages, and it's a struggle. I'm not holding this right. It's a struggle. Like, it's so good. It's so incredibly good so far. I'm loving it. But it's very dense. It's very difficult to read, and I started it before the NEWTs Readathon. I started it last week sometime, when I still had a couple more books to read. And I just didn't have time to read like the past 2 days, so it didn't get read. And now I can't include it for the NEWTs Readathon, but it's gonna take me like 4 days to read it. So, yikes. But that's why I'm starting with Prisoner of Night and Fog, because I feel like that's probably the easiest one that I have on my TBR. So I'm going to try to get through both of these in the next few days. We'll see. Like, this is amazing. It's just one of those books that is gonna take me a minute. And it's a library book, so I can't like wait, because I think its last due date is gonna be like early September, so I really don't have time to wait. So yeah, just gonna try to get through it and read Prisoner of Night and Fog, and hopefully they're both amazing reads, because I'm super excited and I really want to do incredibly well on the NEWTs Readathon. My package got here. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this for like a month. And it took forever. Like, I contacted them and everything because like the post office lost it. And it's amazing. I love it. I love it. I'm so excited to open it. Can you guess what it is? It's very green. It's so pretty. And the other one? This is gorgeous. Am I the only one who loves the paperback ones better? They just look so much prettier. Like, this is amazing. I love that. This is so amazing, guys. Like, I'm only holding up the paperback because I had to pick one. But look how pretty this is. This is gorgeous. Let's move over here. Does that help? That doesn't help. This way? Oh, that helps. This is where the light is. Look at that. I am in love with this. I am buying all 14 of the Slytherin editions of these books as they come out. I am so happy. This is as good as my lighting gets at the moment, which is not good, but it could be dark, so like, you take what you can get. I have just realized that this is not a standalone book. There is a sequel, so I think this is a duology. Like, I looked it up and I only found the 2 books, so I'm like 98% sure this is just a duology. So I put the second one on hold from the library because when I read books in series, I like to sit down and read them all at once. Because I tend to like not forget the main plot, but forget like the little things that go into books. And I do that with like TV shows too. I like binge watching them because then you like catch all the little small things that you wouldn't necessarily catch if you watched it like once a week over the course of like 8 months, and then you skipped 4 months and then started watching it once a week again the next season. And I just really love seeing like the little things build, and like I don't know, I binge read series. So I'm going, the second one is called like Conspiracy of Smoke and Bone, Fog, Night. I don't know. It's Conspiracy of Smoke and Blood, maybe. I don't know. But I have put it on hold at the library, and I am going to have. I know there's at least one. I know there's one or two that are like, read the book that's not the first in a series, or read the book that's the last in a series. So I might just have to like go for another newt, or like shift things around a little bit so that I can count that one, because I do definitely need to read that since I'm reading this, even though I still haven't started it. This is just on the first page. I don't know. It's day 2. This is how my readathon is going. I haven't read anything, but I've added another one. This is apparently the best angle with the lighting. I have been reading most of today. Well, not most of today. It's like 4, 5, 6. I don't know what time it is, clearly. I have not been existing in the world of reality today, but I've been reading Prisoner of Night and Fog, and I am like 2/3 of the way through this. So it's like very tropey young adult romancy things, and I don't know. I'm not hating it. I have my issues with it, but I am enjoying it a fair amount, and I have the sequel on hold at the library, and I'm hoping that'll come in tomorrow. Maybe, fingers crossed. I don't know. I'm hoping it does, because if it does tomorrow, then I'll probably just like start reading that as soon as I finish this, because this is what I like to do with series. And this is a library book. This is due on Monday, but it still has one renew left, along with the other library book I had. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to finish them both in the first half this month. So let's renew them today, which is really good because this has a hold on it, so it can't be renewed again. Yeah. So this is due Monday. It's currently Friday, so I have to read this, and that's how far I'm into it. But I don't want to return it because I've read 50 pages, and I know if I return it, I'm not going to check it out again for like another year, and I want to read it now. But yeah, there's that. This is going to take me a while. It's only like 350 pages, but it's a very dense 350 pages. It's nonfiction about growing up in Cambodia under the Khmer Rouge. And yeah, it's wonderful. The first 50 pages were wonderful, but you know, it's gonna take me a minute. So I'm probably gonna finish Prisoner of Night and Fog tonight, just because I'm mostly done with that anyway, and I just want to like get it done, and then I'll spend the rest of the weekend focusing on this, and hopefully film that review on Monday, because I need to get this back. I don't do fines. It's the principle of the matter, not the money, but I don't do fines. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll like shock myself and read it all tonight, but I have like 290 pages left in this book, and that is doubtful. But I have the house to myself, so I'm just like having a chill reading day, and I'm gonna like make myself dinner and hang out and watch some YouTube. And I don't know, this is gonna be a chill weekend because I'm all alone and I can just avoid people, except for my boyfriend who wants to hang out tomorrow. And I'm like, but yes. But yeah, I'm happy. This is fun. I'm like, I don't know. This is gonna be a very long, very long reading vlog. But oh well. I hope you guys enjoy all like 40 minutes or however ridiculously long it's gonna be. Random update, and something that really annoys me that I'm not going to include in my review for this book because it's really pointless. But like, look at this cover. I don't know. Let me move over to the light so you can kind of see. Look at this cover. She has brown hair and green eyes. The main character of this book 100% does not have brown hair and green eyes. She was described as like the perfect Aryan girl, or like the poster child for the Aryan race or whatever, you know, like, I mean, like, it's a Nazi Germany book. This isn't, like, a racist thing that the author is doing. Like, it's a Nazi thing. But, like, dark blue eyes and sort of, like, honey blonde hair. That was what was described. Navy blue eyes and honey blonde hair. That is not navy blue eyes and honey blonde hair. I'm not sure how that's showing up at all. But, like, I don't know. That just, it's something that's stupid and completely pointless. And, like, I usually don't, like, even look at covers that much. But, like, she's explicitly described that way several times throughout the story. And she keeps, I only notice it because normally I don't really care that much about, like, characters' descriptions or, like, how it relates to the cover. Like, I just don't pay that much attention. But they kept talking about her cutting her hair and cutting off, like, all her yellow hair and all this. And I was just sitting here thinking about that and looking at the cover and thinking, wait, something doesn't add up here. And I don't know. That displeases me. It doesn't matter in the slightest. It's just like this minor irritation that's never gonna leave my head now. So it is now midnight, still August 3rd. This reading vlog is gonna be so long unless I edit absolutely everything down. But oh well. Y'all can just watch the first 7 minutes of a 45-minute reading vlog, because that's about what this is gonna be if I keep up this pace. But I finished this, Prisoner of Night and Fog by Anne Blakeman. I gave it 3 stars. I will do a review on this series, because, well, I mean duology, not series. But I will do a review on this duology when I read the next book, which I should be getting from the library tomorrow. Hopefully. It's on hold. I'm just waiting for it to come to my library because my county is fairly large. And I'm not going to drive 30 minutes to the library that had the book. They can transfer it for me. Hopefully tomorrow, if not Monday. But I'm done. I didn't love it. I gave it, yeah, I will do a review explaining what exactly I didn't love. I am also, haven't read anything on this because, you know, that's what you do when a book is due at the library. You just read everything else. So I haven't made any progress. This is still, you can see that I've made some 42 pages in. And I did pull another book from my TBR, which is, this is heavy, A Walk Across the Sun by Corbin Addison. Where's his name? There's his name. That's gonna fall on my head. But, I don't know, I think this is what I'm gonna start next. It's fairly chunky. Not like the biggest book of all time, but, you know, it's set in or around India, and When Broken Glass Floats is set in Cambodia, and I'm not entirely sure, let's shift slightly, light. I'm not entirely sure that I want to be reading 2 books set in Asia at the same time. I don't need to be holding that. I mean, I can, like, it's not going to screw me up. It's just when I read multiple books at a time, I tend to pick books that are very different. So, like, I might be reading, like, well, just the other day, I was reading, Prisoner of Night and Fog, which is young adult historical fiction, and When Broken Glass Floats, which is a memoir, and The Girl Who Takes an Eye for an Eye, which is an action adventure and an audiobook. So it's, like, 3 very different books, and that's sort of how I like to do my multiple reads. I usually only do like 2 or 3 at a time though. But yeah, those are probably like my next 2 reads. I'm tempted to start this right now, but that's a really bad idea because I really need to read When Broken Glass Floats, because if I don't get to like, if I'm not like at least 100 pages in by the time I go to bed tonight, I really just need to return it to the library because I don't think it's a book I can read in a day. I just don't think that's how I want to experience this book. Like 2 or 3 days, sure, but like I know I'm going out with my boyfriend tomorrow, so I don't want to just be like on Sunday I have to read, 300 pages of this very dense book. So I'm gonna try to read that before bed. And that's my NEWTs Readathon so far. Oh wait, let me check. level did I accomplish? That's not what I need. That was a book set in the past, which is my A for Ancient Runes. And then this will be my E for Charms. But I skipped A because I'm doing things out of order because I'm a rebel. And also I'm not planning my books. I mean, like, I won't count an E for Charms until I've read the A book, but I will read, like, them out of order. So yeah, that's my night. That's probably my last update for tonight. I'm sure you guys are so disappointed that you only got like 15 minutes of footage today. I'll try to edit this down, promise. So today is the 4th. I didn't vlog yesterday. Who's surprised? No one. I'm not a consistent vlogger or reader or person. My book did not come into the library, so there's that. But like that actually kind of works out because I have to go to the library tomorrow anyway, and yeah, so tomorrow I have to pick up Conspiracy of Blood and Smoke, which I am 90% sure is the title, 75% sure. Someone just knocked on the door and that's scary. It was some old woman I didn't recognize, so I just hid it until she went away, but that's definitely what adults do. I don't answer the door. I don't answer the door unless either you have a uniform, I recognize you, or I know you're coming. Otherwise, like, the door does not get answered. So, back to my reading wrap-ups, now that, like, I'm, like, breathing heavily, because, like, anxiety, I don't deal well with, like, strangers, even if I just hid. But I didn't read any yesterday, which is bad, because I'm still only, like, 60 pages into my book on Cambodia, so like that's going well. That's due tomorrow. I might actually have to return that without finishing it just because I don't know if I can finish the whole thing today. The only thing I did was that I did finish The Girl Who Takes an Eye for an Eye, which was my audiobook. So I might get another audiobook at the library on Monday as well. So like Monday will be a productive library trip, which is better than going like 3 times in 1 week, which is what I normally do. Everything is just like coming together on one day. And I'm gonna go, like, calm down and eat my mac and cheese, because, like, my heart is still pounding. I don't like people. I don't like strangers. I don't like when people knock on my door. Like, she knocked. She didn't even ring the doorbell. That's weird. That's weird. Don't do weird things, because I will be terrified of you. Except I'm weird, so, like, I don't know. I don't like people. But, yeah, I need to read today and catch up on YouTube. And I have, like, a bunch of notifications. Like, I did nothing except hang out with my boyfriend yesterday. I have anxiety, so I'm gonna go. Library day. I am returning this. I gave up on this. I'm so sad. Breaks my heart, but like, it's due today. There's nothing I can do about that. But yeah, this is so good. Like, I only got like 50 pages in before, you know, it was due. But it's so good. Like, this is definitely going to be at least a 4-star read for me, maybe 5-star. I don't know. But my plan is to get this from the library again in September. And then maybe I will have time, and that works better anyway, because then it won't screw up my NEWTs, which is always a plus. Like, I can just focus on getting my books for my NEWTs read, and there's that. And I am rationalizing this because I really don't want to return it, but I also don't do late fees or whatever. Like, I don't do books late at the library. And I am also returning this audiobook, which is the 5th book of the Millennium Girl with Dragon Tattoo series. I gave it 2 stars. Honestly, it wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. I have really low standards for this series now. But yeah, like, it was fine. I'm glad I read it just because I'm a completionist and I need to get these things done. But yeah, it's not, I don't like this series. I don't know why people like it. I gave it 2 stars, and that's like the highest I've given any book in this series is 2 stars, so there's that. And yeah, I'm going into the library to get a new audiobook, and I might show you, but like, it's raining, so I might just hide my phone. But yeah, like, it's raining. I don't like rain. So I have picked up Conspiracy of Blood and Smoke by Anne Blankman, which is the 2nd in the duology. So I gave the first one 3 stars, but I am really excited to get into this because it was like a fun 3 stars. Like, I did have some problems with it. There's like no way for me to hold this and it's not reflecting. But I did have some problems with it. But I am looking forward to reading this one because it's a little bit later, you know. Just, I don't know. I am enjoying them. So I will probably start this tonight, maybe, because I'm also reading A Walk Across the Sun, which I forgot to mention. I have started that. I read the first 2 chapters, and oh my god, that man writes pretentiously. But I am still only 2 chapters in, so like, there's a solid chance that will like lessen as the story goes along, and that I'll get used to it. So I'm not hating it. It's just like, he has a very irritating writing style. Like, why talk around something when you can just say it? Like, please just say it. But yeah, I did get this. And the Defense Against the Dark Arts Acceptables newt is read the last book in a series. So that works out fine. Like, I'll just have this as my acceptable for that, and I probably won't continue on with the Defense Against the Dark Arts newts, but I will get an acceptable for that, so it works out. And I also grabbed Gone Girl, which I've already read. This is a reread. All my audiobooks are, for the most part. And I am really sorry. Someone was like driving by and looking at me. Like, ignore me. I'm just sitting here in my car talking. But I might include this as like my arithmancy acceptable, because it's read a book over 300 pages and like I'm listening to it, but I know Gone Girl is over 300 pages. So I might include this if I get through it. We'll see. We're already like a week into the month almost. So that's, or we might be a week. I don't know what day it is. It's Monday. Is Monday the 6th or the 7th? I don't know. But I might include this for that, just because I'm reading it anyways. Might as well up my newts a little bit. But this was like the only option I had, unless I wanted to read a book that I'd already read within the past year, which I didn't really want to do. So Gone Girl, hopefully it's as good as it was the first time, but I have been meaning to reread it. Hopefully the audiobook is decent. So today is Tuesday the 7th. I've still only finished the 1 book, so that's not good. But I was planning to read a bunch last night, and then my ex decided to start causing drama, so like, reading didn't happen. Yeah, I'm gonna try to read some more tonight. I think I'm hanging out with my boyfriend tonight, maybe, if he's not busy. But I after that, I should still have like a couple of hours to read. I really want to get through A Walk Across the Sun, because I haven't actually started Conspiracy of Blood and Smoke. I haven't started that yet, even though on Goodreads it says I have. I'm just like focusing on A Walk Across the Sun, and it's just like, oh, so much white savior trope. So much. And I looked up all that dude's books, and like all of his books are white savior trope like that. So that's fun. I'm currently just waiting for my video to export from Shotcut, because it's taking forever, because it's like a 15-minute long video. So that's fun. It's my Harry Potter collection tour. I edited it way late. It was supposed to be up today at like 1 p.m. and it's like almost 4 and it's still not up. But hopefully it will be up eventually. I don't know. I'm just tired of dealing with things today. But I'm hopefully going to read later and catch up on YouTube some and have a chill day. So that's it for my first week of the NEWTs Readathon. I am not uploading this yet. I'm probably just going to upload Sunday and have like an extra long video, which, oh well. It is August 8th and I am making good progress on this. I'm like maybe a third of the way through, like over 100 pages, which is fairly decent, and I just started part 2, or I just finished part 1. I haven't really started part 2 yet, and I can't like sit down and read too much of this at a time, because there's just so much rape in this that makes it hard. And it's written by a man who, I don't want to say he deals with it badly, but it's definitely like a book about the rape of women written by a man, and I'm not loving it. And there are a lot of issues in here that I'm like, I don't know, but I am making my way through. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't want to say like hopefully I can finish it tonight, but like if I get into it a little more and can just like sit down and get through it, I think I could, because like the pretension has eased a bit, which helps a lot. Because if it was all written like that first page was, like, I couldn't have handled that. But if I can just, like, sit down and get through it, it's a fairly quick read, and I don't know. It's not, like, the worst thing I've ever read, but it definitely has a lot of issues, and I'm gonna do a full review on this and talk about a lot of things, because I have a lot of thoughts, and, like, I'm not gonna read anything else by Corbin Addison. I can't even hold it up so you can see his name, but I'm definitely not gonna read anything else by him ever. I know the lighting is fairly horrific, but it's like 11:30 at night, and I just finished, not that, this. Can I hold this properly? I finished this, which is my second book for the NEWTs Readathon, and I think this is an Exceeds Expectations book for something. I did not check. But yes, the acceptable book that comes before this is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, which I'm not planning to read next, but I'm planning to read soon. I didn't want to be reading 2 YA books at once, and I'm still reading, or I'm about to start, Conspiracy of Blood and Smoke. Something Bone? I don't know. There's that. And the other book that I'm going to be reading alongside that is Green Suede Shoes, which is my acceptable book for potions because it has color in the title, and I really want to read this book. Like, I probably would have started this book if I hadn't been reading a nonfiction at the time that I started the NEWTs Readathon. But this sounds amazing. I'm really excited to start it, and I'm so glad to be done with A Walk Across the Sun because I gave that 2 stars, and I did contemplate giving it 1 star. So yeah, that's it for the night. I'm gonna try to read some more, but, like, who knows? I have a lot of YouTube to catch up on and other things to do, so oh well. But this looks amazing, and it's not honestly that long. I feel like a lot of the books on this list aren't as long as they look, because I did check Endless Love, and that's like right at 400 pages, but it looks like a really thick book, and I think the pages are like slightly thicker than normal, but who knows? Maybe I just can't judge size, which is probably accurate. So it's like 2 a.m. and I started reading this, but I very quickly realized that he starts every chapter with a song from his band, and it's 2 a.m. and my computer is shut off, and I don't know any of these songs because I only listened to like 3 of them before I started this book, so I'm gonna have to put this down until tomorrow when I can like actually listen to the songs, because I feel like I should, since they're like specific lyrics, and I don't know, that was like a disappointing discovery. I mean, not like disappointing, but disappointing for the moment because I really wanted to start it now. So I guess I'm going to be reading Conspiracy of Blood and Bone things. I don't remember what that book is called. It's sitting right beside me, but I don't remember. So I guess I'm going to be reading that tonight and leave this until tomorrow. I didn't really start it. I just like flipped and there were lyrics and I was like, oh, and then I flipped to the next chapter and more lyrics, and this is going away. I will see you tomorrow. Larry Kerwin. Trying to find some angle to film, because if I film over here, I'll look shadow on my face because that's where the light is. But I guess like if I'm holding here, that's where the light is. There. So this is maybe less bad. I don't know. I've been behind on my editing, and I've posted every single video late for like the past week. Maybe the past 2 weeks, I don't know. I mean, not like in the late for the schedule that's in my head, not late for like late. Which is just like, oh, that's my one. Which is just like frustrating, and it's like making me more anxious, and I've had high anxiety lately anyway, but I think that's like a symptom of anxiety that then makes the anxiety worse instead of like being the cause. And I don't know, I've just been like in a stressed bubble, not doing anything, and I have like 3 more videos to film and like more to edit, and I just have to like sit down and do them, but like I'm just constantly in this like stress bubble, and I don't know. I don't know, like, I could blame it on my ex, who's been, like, the worst lately, which he may have stopped, maybe. Fingers crossed. Like, if he hasn't contacted me in another week, then I'll say that confidently. But, like, I could blame him, but that feels like too much of a cop-out, because, like, that's definitely making the anxiety worse, but I don't think that's the root cause, and I don't want to, like, blame it on something that's not the cause, because that's not helpful at all, and I don't know. I'm just like, oh, this vlog is gonna be, like, 45 freaking minutes long. Because I'm too lazy. I just keep, like, having things to say, or, like, feeling like talking to the camera, or, like, I don't even know, updating you more than usual. And, like, I read, like, 3 chapters of, God, I still can't remember that book's, like, title. Conspiracy of Blood and Smoke, maybe? I don't know. That sounds wrong, but maybe. Yeah, I read, like, 3 chapters of that last night and then went to bed and, like, woke up, not, like, early this morning, but, like, I set my alarm so I'd wake up at, like, a good time for my sleep schedule, and then I woke up before my alarm because I was stressed about the alarm, because, like, so that didn't work, and I'm just, like, I don't know, like, I'm, like, tired, but I don't do anything, so, like, I don't know why I'm tired, and, like, I've been rambling for like 3 minutes about nothing, but yeah. I don't know why I was updating you. I haven't read much. Literally all I've done is read 3 chapters of the one book. And I still haven't really started Green Suede Shoes, because that does require listening to music while I read it. Because I don't know the songs, and I feel like I should listen to the songs, otherwise the lyrics don't mean as much. Maybe that's just like me being obsessive, but like, if this was a band like Social Distortion and this was Mike Ness's memoir, then, like, yeah, I could get by without actually listening to all the songs, because I know all the songs. But it's not. I don't know Black 47 at all, so I really have to listen to them to, like, understand what he's talking about, because, like, there's a reason he put each song at the beginning of each chapter. And I really want to, like, I'm sure they, like, coincide with his life story, because he actually wrote a lot of their songs, and I know a lot of them are, like, ow, my finger, somewhat inspired by his life, and I don't know, I'm sure that's good. I'm sure I'll love that. I'm like, I keep hyping it up in my head, and I'm worried. I'm like going in like it's gonna be an amazing 5-star read, and it's gonna be like a decent book that's not that great. Ignore my wreck of a hair, but I haven't done anything this weekend. I haven't watched any YouTube videos. I haven't done any reading. I just sort of like was stressed, so I binge watched Madam Secretary on Friday, and then Saturday I hung out with my boyfriend all day, like literally all day, which was kind of fabulous. And today is Sunday, and it's like 3 p.m, and yeah, I'm just starting to catch up on all the YouTube I didn't watch over the weekend, which hopefully I'll be able to, because I'm just tired. I just feel tired to my soul, and not like sleepy tired, just like exhausted tired, despite not doing anything. So yeah, that's fun. I'm gonna read more this week, hopefully. I mean, I did read last week. Like, I finished a book. I started another book. I'm like doing things. I'm not just, it wasn't like I didn't read. I've been in a weird mood. I don't know. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to like have this quick update on the vlog so that you guys know I didn't just like blank out for a couple of days. So yeah, that's it. Enjoy this video of my cat coming up. The puppy is away, so we steal the puppy's basket, because it's our favorite basket. Every time the puppy leaves, we steal the puppy's basket. Isn't that right? We're so happy. We're so happy.